afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from me, your host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on a Faymonville Approach. In the north, it is NosMarkov fighting for the Red Army. The Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin taking on the role here of the 7th Tank Corps. In the south, it is Borobadger fighting for the Wehrmacht. Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking here with Encirclement, Mechanized Assault and Spearhead with Infantry, Pantherfast, Infantry versus Scout Motor, NKVD and Lend-Lease with Pune Trouble Infantry and Anti-Tank Grenade Bulletins. We got a dumb unit start here for NosMarkov, allowing them to seize more territory in the early game. Also get more flamethrowers later in the game. Versus the gun of the MG42 still here of Borobadger quickly laying up sandbags here right next to his carve point, next to his base, or one of the carve points. Grenadiers got the ready machine gun and the Grenadiers heading northwards there. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe and share and press that bell button. A big thanks to my patrons supporters and a big thanks to Simon for donating and supporting the mighty Propagandacast. I'm to keep doing there what I do on a daily basis. So big thanks to you, Simon. Second conscript all the way there for NosMarkov. First shots fired here by the centre victory point as NosMarkov's frontal engage here. Borobadger's Pioneer. Northern point sees the Grenadiers machine being hauled back towards the centre here to help defend against NosMarkov's aggressions. Second Grenadiers go on the way there for Borobadger. Second conscript heading towards the centre as well. Engineers continue about here the edges of the map, trying as much as possible to avoid any possible conflicts and engagements there with Borobadger until they can bring up more guns. Machine are probably going to try and make a run for the house. They set up a sort of control there around NosMarkov. NosMarkov thereby has gone for NKVD rifle disruption with KV-8 heavy flamethrower tanks ready to intercept. Commissar command squad, scorched earth policy, and anti-tank overwatch. MG42 on the conscripts, pressing them quickly up north here. We got Grenadiers quickly popping into the building there. Conscript points here could also threaten the fuel point. In fact, that's what the engineers are doing there. Grenadiers moving to support here though. Try to disrupt, but looks like they're already being pushed back here. Then again, maybe Grenadiers could try and assist there as well. Third conscript there for NosMarkov. We'll have to see what Borobadger goes for. While mechanized assault and spearhead are quite common. Encirclement doctrine is a bit of a rarity amongst the Wehrmacht players, in particular in 1 vs 1. Nothing further going there for Borobadger. We got a third Grenadier on the way there. Third conscript they're ready for NosMarkov. He's outmaneuvering here. Borobadger's Grenadiers here by the field. We've got more Grenadiers in there from Borobadger trying to turn around the table again. And we got the info being held up as well. They're basically abandoning the centre here to the search for now, hoping this opponent's going to be focusing hard on the north and then catch him there, and that way gain a significant tactical advantage. Looks like, in fact, that's exactly what's happening here. NosMarkov is committing more and more force to the north, and he might be able to just catch him with MG42 and thusly ensure that he doesn't lose too much in the centre. South Engineers versus Pioneer. More Grenadiers up support here. Comes to suppressed. Trying to flank the machine gun here, but we can see there Borobadger's going to try and buy time here. With the Grenadiers, may not quite be able to pen out there. Goes got moved up, may not be enough. Might be not enough. Oh, close one there, but not quite. Still up close with support from the Grenadiers here. The MG42 could still have a chance with the support gunners. Small chance, but not guaranteed. They're constantly right up north here. There we go. Machine gun routed in the end, though. Still frontal there. The conscripts are being focused down here by Borobadger's Grenadiers. His Grenadier. Grenadiers are hosing down the conscript down to just 2 men there. Lone health need to retreat. Same though with the NosMarkov's conscripts. In the south here, Pioneers ignoring the engineers go straight for the fuel point. Then northern fuel point they're being grabbed again here by NosMarkov's engineers. Rough start here for Borobadger in some ways. No tech yet there for Borobadger. Should definitely consider that soon. As for NosMarkov, it's not far off able to call in the Commissar command squad, which would definitely give Borobadger a bit of a harder time depending on how well he makes use of the Commissar. Since the Commissar is a rather ability heavy unit, so to make full use of it, of course, requires good handling of your abilities. Back here, medics up there for NosMarkov, no sign of tech yet. Borobadger is also not tank, but there you go. Good chance of getting an in-gear, what would certainly hurt NosMarkov a bit. Nope, gets away. Close one though, close one. Bunker up there for Borobadger. Still no tech. Seizing the northern points here. Machine gun remaining in a defensive position. Back at base here, NosMarkov moving in. No of course tech yet, but he may go for the support company soon. There we go. And finally tech as well there for Borobadger. We got the medics on the way there for the medic bunker. Grenadiers pushing north to the victory point there, grabbing the northern munitions as well. Point here by the way neutral and so far untouched by either side. Can't move for the centre. Sandbags down there. Very good there by NosMarkov. Fresh engagements up north as NosMarkov hits Borobadger's extended northern positions and he retreats the Grenadiers, unable to cover them properly or support them in time. Rather than just waste manpower, he retreats. Wise decision there by Borobadger. So Pom Company done. Flamethrowers there, can go for the comms command squad. We could actually try and already build the temp chain command and maybe rush out, say something like an anti-aircraft tower, take a bit of a rarer sight, but could be devastating effective because of that. But he's more likely, I think, just go here for the comms command squad, get himself out a 4th infantry squad with a bit more long-term utility, of course. Thanks for all the abilities, hold the line, not one step back, fear propaganda artillery, fragmentation grenades, plus the ability to heal units of free around him, which is never a bad thing either. Going to be sitting out there for Borobadger. No sign of a doctrine as of yet. He remains close guarded there. Like to make a nice company up with the Borobadger and the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking, initially division composed of Scandinavian volunteers, but would like to be made into a sort of fully more Germanic division. But even then, it had some remnants of the Scandinavian volunteers, while the vast majority of them were moved on to the 11th SS Panzerdivision Nordland. Little fun fact there. He's going against the Grenadiers here, being folks down there with Karna take K fighting before turning up here. He's further taking losses out in the open here. Down to 3 men low health there, going before joining. Contribute carefully, they're actually close enough, they could get suppressed as well, but aim before 2 here. Then again, oh yeah, there we go, suppressed, though in this case now the trees there, in theory, provide some cover from the aim before 2, but still suppressed enough the Grenadiers can quickly force the rest to retreat. Grenadiers heading southward, should on the weather for Borobadger. Northern victory points east once more there by NosMarkov. And the 7th Tank Corps comes the command squad moving about there. Back here, troop reinforcing healing, anti-tank grenades on the way there to Drought. Of course, he knows this thanks to radio intercept immediately. Southern point will be seized by the Grenadiers. So he should be ready to at least deal with the 2-2 somewhat, though he may need a field gun to sort of further hold it off there. He got 411 versus 500. Borobadger is rapidly losing victory point. He still hasn't chosen a doctrine. He remains hesitant, uncertain, unclear of what direction to take it in against his opponent here. We shall have to see. Two of the doctrines has access to Tiger tanks, some of them have access to assault troops in varying forms, of course, but only one has access to Close the Pocket. I will say Close the Pocket is a pretty tricky doctrine to pull off on the one, as one really depends on the map and how well set up, for example, the cutoff points are. Tank command up there for NosMarkov. We can actually go for T7 pretty fast. It's going to give Borobadger a really bad time. It's going to require either more 2-2s or Pack 40 or Panther Shreks. Now getting lucky with a Telemine. Either way, the solutions are many, but none of them are particularly foolproof. There's the T70. No, the victory point every abandoned there by NosMarkov for the time being. Tank command almost done there for NosMarkov and the 7th Tank Corps to turning southwards. Pack 40 on the way there for Borobadger. Sandbags on the centre, tank here from the centre, and got the comes command squad attack from the other side here, engaging the fascists up close and ugly with SVT-40s, and of course the Tokarev pistol there, I believe. Was it a revolver? I don't know. It looks like a revolver. Maybe that's also a Tokarev revolver, to be honest. Not much into Soviet pistols and revolvers, I'll admit. Not my forte. Then this was the conscripts. Pack 40 almost done there for Borobadger. The Panzer Abwehrkanone 40. Comes the command squad flanking up. There go Rafkin off. There dodges it though nicely. Obviously less nice there for Borobadger. Zooming from the south here, engaging the Marxist comms. And there we go. We do get Encirclement Doctrine. A doctrine near and dear to my own heart. Stormtroops advance from the north here. Adding MP40s. We'll have to see what the rest of the doctrine does. I mean, he does give him access to his sprint on his troops, including the Stormtroopers, which actually is pretty handy. MG4 sitting up there, no ambush tactics as of yet. And he's going from northern field point there to up to with the command squad and the Nears at the same time. Going to move towards the centre. Bit exposed there, bit overextended. And NosMarkov doesn't even bother with the T70. NosMarkov has greater, grander plans. He's moving straight for the mechanized armor company. Likely T-34 rush here versus Borobadger. A bold maneuver for a bold commander. Then this was the conscripts, the Frontovics. But are being overwhelmed there as they run out of men, and so it's just keep hauling more into the fight. Up north, Stormtroops could advance in the northern munitions. Although mechanized armor company almost done there for NosMarkov and the 7th Tank Corps. More or less has the manpower there for tank, not far off in the fuel either. Plenty of munitions being floated. Could upgrade some of his conscripts there with the mobilized reserves ability, which certainly give me, there we go. Something to use all the munitions on, and certainly tougher conscripts, which it would be better, tougher conscripts scored, not individually tougher conscripts. Pioneers as a conscript close to Zoo joining in the south, fighting for the southern fuel point, they're not quite working out there. NosMarkov with ease repels their Borobadger's extension there. Stormtroopers sneaking forwards there, pretending to be quite well apparently some shrubbery. Dimitri, do the shrubs normally look this big and German? Oh, I'm sure they do, Petrov. I'm sure they do. Take up there for Borobadger and the sub-troopers that comes our command squad. Constantly moving ahead here. He's taking man losses there from the Grenadiers. The light machine gun rattling off death. And there you go. Storms ready to strike from the shadows. Like very angry German shadows. The worst kind of shadows that's only appear in your home for sure. And there you go. Tactical advance here. There you go. The light machine fire. The conscripts are going to get wiped out. Then NosMarkov was caught completely unawares here by Borobadger's devious tactical assault from the shadows. Comes their routing alongside the comes command squad. Chief Head Force installed for NosMarkov, and that's going to give Borobadger a bit of a headache since he's only got one Pack 40, and the Chief Head Force is going to do some serious damage very fast. He is taking up, but it's going to take him time to get any armor, and of course, at the same time, his opponent get up more armor. Which is one of the advantages of the T-34s from the 6s. Of course, they can very quickly snowball if you handle them well. Which is again just why some players just get T-70s just to rush out T-34s from 6s. Because again, if you get a bunch of them out, your opponent's going to have a very bad day. Make no mistake. Stormtroopers back to hiding out here this time. They're behind an old track. Gonna do this, almost taking out the new squad. There you go. Another wipe then NosMarkov and the Red Army. But soon he will be able to turn the tables in a violent manner here as the T-34s and the 6 arrives to ruin Borobadger's day. Or at least attempts to ruin it. We'll have, of course, have to see how Borobadger fares in the face of such Soviet assaults. Comes the command squad there, of course. Veterans 1 gives them another man, increasing overall durability and lethality. A very powerful veterans level, of course. T-34, they're moving ahead. Crashing into all sorts of things, probably checking for fascists, and there you go. Borobadger decides he's not going to risk that one. He just pulls back the stormtroopers, deciding that it's more important to keep them alive than maintain their masquerade against the Bolsheviks. In the south, command squad going for the Grenadiers, going down to 2 men. Could try and boost him with the not one-step ability back there. Very good ability to be honest if you know how to use it. Seems like there's so far NosMarkov is using the command squad as like an extra infantry squad rather than, you know, a very high utility infantry squad that just requires a bit of extra input. Pack 4 number 2 on the way for Borobadger. T-34 on the fire there. Meanwhile, NosMarkov is not too far off from another T-34. They briefly got the southern fuel point. Good work there by Borobadger. And the German army, support McCop, they could go for Sturmgeschütz. Drei Ausflüge here versus Borobadger. So yeah, it's also more likely to go for a Panther, I think. Seeing as he went for double Pack 40s here. But who knows? Borobadger may have more surprises than his up his sleeve around than just going for encirclement doctrine. But so far we're not really seeing a ton of the doctrine. We're not seeing any ambush camouflage. We've seen the stormtroopers and I think that's it. I don't even think we've seen any sprint here from Borobadger, to be honest. Certainly a bit strange to go for the doctrine just for the stormtroopers, so one wonders if he's got more planned here. South here got stormtroopers immediately routing the command squad. Quickly realising they're a bit outmatched there, to put it very mildly. 2-2 hanging back here, 4 kills, half H-22. Second T-34 6 is roughly a minute away there for NosMarkov. Mortar being held up to help deal with Borobadger and support weapons. Not a bad idea at all. Abandoning the north, it seems here to the Soviets, instead focus centered south here. Quick shift there and attack plan there for Borobadger. Thumbs up to that. Good tactical flexibility is a very good trait to have in a player, an overall frontline commander. Rather than committing yourself to a pointless battle of attrition because you really decided that this patch of dirt is your patch of dirt. So, thumbs up to Borobadger for that one. NosMarkov is trying through there, gets caught in with the T-34s, could suffer some critical damage. They got Panther off as well, and the T-34 goes down. NosMarkov there underestimating Borobadger by far and getting punched right in the nose for it. Good work there by Borobadger. Bit of a slip up there by NosMarkov. Always be careful about charging him when you can't see what's around the corner, that's for sure. Just of the mortar. Now have to see how Borobadger will utilise this advantage. NosMarkov can soon go for another T-34 from 6, but he is otherwise short on anti-tank weapons. Meanwhile, Borobadger has 2 packs, can soon go for a Panther 4, so NosMarkov might be in for a bit of a rude ride. More to the being engaged with the Grenadiers. Forcing retreat then in South Europe, and having fought over the conscript on the Grenadiers. Mines down there, in fact, lots of mines from NosMarkov, thumbs up to that. Very good work there. By the southern viewpoint, the fighting continues. Borobadger is runs away from the Panther 4. NosMarkov could be going for the T-34, but seems like he's planning other things. Maybe a Katyusha rocket launcher, though of course that's still going to be vulnerable to a tank. In fact, it's going to leave him significantly vulnerable. I suppose there was also the other option of the KV-8. Either way, though, Borobadger, they're going for his Panzer 4, his Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Comes to command squad, they're routing the Grenadiers in the south with ease. We got 5 kills close to the ace level. Northern point, they're being defended. Panzer 4 slowly approaching there. NosMarkov definitely seems to be setting up for something. If it's not the HE5, I'm guessing it's the KV-8 here. Bit of a rare sight there, though it is really good versus enemy infantry, to be honest. It also really used to be amazing against base building. In fact, it used to be so good it could actually annihilate an entire German base within seconds. They nerfed that then, and it would just nerf the ability to destroy bases for all factions. Like there used to be a time like you could have like a third KV flamethrower tank drive up to your base, and in less than a minute it would be gone. It was absurd. I feel like at times they overreacted on that one. Since the theory of base destruction strategies shouldn't be, unviable, but they clearly got a bit scared about that one. Anyways, I should find a way for NosMarkov instead counter the KV-8. Of course, when he gets the Panther 4 there, makes sense. Storms up close. Oh, big mistake here by Borobadger, wasn't paying attention. Oh dear, they're not even shooting, they're just being executed. Oh, no. Thumbs down to that Borobadger. I know it can be nice to set up some cool ambushes using the whole fire ability, but you really need to be careful about it at times, and that was definitely one of those times that Borobadger, should have been paying more attention. So keep that in mind while using the whole fire ability of stormtroopers and other ambush troops. Like, can you actually react to them, like if something goes wrong? And can they defend themselves? Because that was really something that he might actually have a better chance of surviving had been allowed to shoot back. So, a bit awkward there for Borobadger. Panther 4 second officer gets the conscripts. HE5 tanks are ready here for NosMarkov and the Red Army. We got 28 versus 428. NosMarkov has a massive victory point over Borobadger. We need to get the conscripts out there, I think, before they get annihilated by the Panther 4. Fresh stormtroopers out here for Borobadger. At least he's replacing them. Very good there. Well, even first place, probably shouldn't have to replace them. Got these 5 tanks already there. Conscripts sitting out here for NosMarkov. Claiming the south there. Could use the fear propaganda to rout the Grenadiers. He's got plenty of munitions and is a reasonably cheap ability. But so far, NosMarkov still does not seem to be a big fan there of the Commissar Command Squad's abilities. Which I'm still finding a bit amusing in a strange way. HE5 lands a great hit on the Panzer 4 from pretty much a screen away there. Gunners being hammered here and routed. Ace level then comes to command squad. Great work there, 7 kills. Borobadger is in a really good position there with his Panther 4 arriving, and NosMarkov also completed throwing away his T-34s from 6. Maximum way there for NosMarkov versus Borobadger. Not a bad idea at all, not a bad idea at all. Storm's running out again. Will Borobadger this time be able to react, or will it be another Stormtrooper wipe because he wasn't paying damn attention? Again, there's nothing wrong in the whole fire ability and all that, but you gotta be mindful of their things and actually paying attention to them. Otherwise becomes very expensive and not very efficient. And there we go, to take watch ready here for NosMarkov. That's going to give Borobadger's tanks a bit of a hard time. There we go, tactical advance, thumbs up. Very great ability to turn the stormtroopers. Packs being unflanked. HE farming up the center. Will NosMarkov go for T-34 now? Will he go for the KV-8? KV-8 could possibly clear up both Pack 47. Definitely give Borobadger a very bad time in that department. But he needs to get... Oh, the HE5. There you go. Cancel the focus out, but close to losing the HE5 there. Definitely a bit of a slip up there. In the north here, Contra being right with the 2-2 and the Panther 4. As Borobadger strikes here and outmaneuvers NosMarkov in the process. 187 versus 404. HE5 shoots and misses. Maximum doing on the Pack 40. Small firing down there. Almost taking up one of the Borobadger's packs. Again, it seems like it's an detective crew there. We got more pioneers for Borobadger. Very good. Southern point there being held here by the storms for the retreat this time around. NosMarkov probably want to grab some of that fuel. Countryside north is there for the Red Army. Back here, troops healing reinforcing for NosMarkov. And there you go, Pioneer out for Borobadger. Troops healing reinforcing. Pack 40 is good to go there for Borobadger and Deutschland. 2-2 being repaired. Close to the east, there 13 kills. Maximum setting up. Comes a command squad heading south at Swansborn on its quest to spread socialism everywhere. Panther 4 halfway done. Order firing down. Max on the veterans you want. Seizing the southern fuel point there. Looks like NosMarkov could potentially try to go for the KV. Now there you go. Panther 4 strings along by the HE5 tank. So there seems a bit bold there by Borobadger. Panther 4 down to half full range. The HE5 does heavy damage with its 8500 gun. Pack sitting up there. 187 to 385. Borobadger is learning close in the distance between him and NosMarkov. Maximum number 2 on the way for NosMarkov. Heading for the southern victory point as well. Northern victory point being seized there as well. Console versus Stormtroopers. 2-2 moving in there though. Incredibly close to the ace level there, but not quite. Not quite. Could use sprint here. Seems like both players aren't keen on using abilities. We're not seeing much Scorched Earth policy. We're not seeing many abilities being used in the units. But there's, of course, the tactical advantage for some of these being seen. No sprints, and certainly no ambush camouflage there from Borobadger either, unfortunately. Bit of a shame, bit of a shame. 2-2 MD4 to open the console there. Ace level on the 2-2. 2's on the far here. We got packs opening up on the HE5 return. Most of it missing. Pretty lucky there for NosMarkov. Head on engagement. Panther 4 charging the blind spot with HE5 currently going straight for the machine in the position there. Brave push the Borobadger. Infantry not following up. They've got some packs and other stuff, but no infantry to really push the assault there. Infantry instead is bogged down here by the main road here under heavy fire from NosMarkov's machine guns and mortars. Further north, they're trying to swing through the territory there of NosMarkov as well. Then go to the train, then of course giving the pack covering the area here, so the HE5 can't just, you know, sneak about to try and shoot at the Panther 4. Thumbs up there to Borobadger. We got enough munitions to close the pack. We got a lot of munitions behind the tank Overwatch. So far, both seem to be lining up for something big, but are so far not committing to it. Borobadger very close to another Panther 4 on Osmond here versus NosMarkov. NosMarkov getting very close to a KV-8. Heavy flamethrower tank. Let's see, that's what he goes for. Here versus Borobadger and the Germans. Well, he definitely has the resources for it now. We'll have to see again if he does go for it. If there's something else that's been planned here within the mind of NosMarkov, and there you go. KV-8 heavy flamethrower tank on the way there for him. Minefield down the south here to help slow up any fascist advance. Very good there by NosMarkov. Thumbs up. We got 148 versus 385. Panther lands here. He's making use of the position here. He could consider bringing out a mortar zone to smoke the area and then push it with the Panther on the packs. Maybe that could, I think, be a pretty good idea to just bring out more armor. Though again, is he planning tier 4 here? Is there something else going with Borobadger? There you go, pushing it straight into the HE5. They're backed up with the packs. KV-8 halfway down there from NosMarkov. Seems like Borobadger is a slight holding pattern there versus his opponent. Unsure where he wants to go with all of this. Hesitant. Unclear in his purpose and his direction. Panther for the route again. There you go. Got the KV-8 heavy flamethrower tank out for NosMarkov and the 7th Tank Corps. If he can flank the pack forwards with it, like I say, striking through here, he could quickly clear them out and leave, I think, Borobadger in a very bad place here. Versus his opponent south here at Storms with the conscripts. There you go, KV-8. HE5 there to damage. Need to fix that fast. Far up north there, controls the 2-2, and there you go. We got a Stug on the way there for Borobadger to help deal with the Stug, or the KV-8. Very good move there, I think, by Borobadger. Issue 5 being fixed. Of course, still got the anti-tank Overwatch. And we still also got close to pocket ready. So the question is, what will happen? How will it happen? Because it certainly feels like we got to set it for a lot of big explosion. There you go. Gun is routed. Plus Pax also falling back here under the weight of NosMarkov's assault. H5 setting out there as well. Southern victory point probably should be claimed. You can all try and claim the northern one as well here. Alongside the center. In fact, we got 136%, 366. As it's now Borobadger time to all 3 victory points in the south. The advance is going on. This stormship was routed. Stug almost done there for Borobadger and the German army. Maxim versus NKVD. Stu 3G ready there from there you go. KB spotting for the H5 lands a great hit in the Panzer 4 Model J, or maybe the H5 just spots for itself. Actually, to be honest, the South here, I think a bit too many units concentrated. Might want to lay down some mines though, or I suppose try and use scorched earth policy possibly. Modifying the gun these there. MG42 setting up. Pinned down to the ground like insects with nowhere to go. Two Traverser comms go up north there. Can still go for another Pentagon, another Stug soon. Both sides seem to be setting up for something, preparing for some ultimate blow that will win them the war. But so far, neither side seem to be committing for it. Might be they're trying to sort of find the right time to unleash hell against their opponents, but hard to see, hard to say. But with all this munitions build up and both sides having actually, like, you know, rather impressive abilities in different ways to, like, deal with something, it feels like there's some tension here in the air. Heavy Panzer Corps now there for Borobadger, a sudden shift they did not see. Panzerwerfer, Sturmpanzer or Panther? Hard to say. Stug going to hit, then Gegen H5 head on, H5 against a good hit back on the Sturmgeschütz, 3 Ausführung. Quebec holding up with Jonas into assault down the southern half here. Dispatched by its mighty flamethrower. Northern pumping seas as well here. Borobadger being pushed back here. Losing ground all across. He's down 119 versus the punch 46. He's going to have to pull off some grand maneuver at this rate. Some really bit close to pocket possibly. NosMarkov does not seem to be expecting it though. I mean, he's got no fuel catch in any of the crucial points to help defend against such a maneuver. He's not got any security there. So theoretically, Borobadger might be able to do something that close the pocket here. We got 112 versus 346. Sector victory probably short with the gun is Pioneers, very good. Panther northwards there. Not much resistance there from NosMarkov to halt this. No additional armor either, or even tank destroyers. May want to call in some T-34s here. Or a bunch of SU-6s. That could also work out, I think, for NosMarkov. Then this was the Maxim. We got 103 versus 346. Katyusha rocket launch here for Borobadger. Not a bad pick, but I'm not saying it's the optimal pick here. Borobadger going for the Panzerwerfer. Less sure about that one. 100 points left here. Straight to the Maxims here of NosMarkov. Rifle grenade ultimately does not make much of an impression there until we get a bomb grenade. Actually, a grenade there. I thought that was a counter scroll for some reason. Brain wasn't tracking it correctly. He's farming in there. Bet you 2 there. Oh, straight into the Pack 40s though. Only one hits, the second misses. Stug also nearby shoots. Also misses. Commissar command squad going up there. Stug charges into the pinmap machine on it as well. Very good there. Katyusha rocket launch ready. H5 falling back here. 91 to 346. We've got the Pan 4 blitzing ahead here. Need to get something in the way to protect each farm. We got anti-tank watch called in here. Get ready with his 45-minute gun. Oh dear, hey far there, raining down in the Panther 4 and the Stug, but there you go, Katyusha down. NosMarkov wasn't paying attention to the Stug, they're taking heavy damage. Almost got the H5, but could go down itself here. H5 down, Stug, oh, being shattered by incoming droves of Soviet artillery. Panther 4 to survive, still I'd say Nation 5 and a Katyusha rocket launcher for one Stug is a pretty damn good trade-off. Maximum up in the center victory point. All the points being seized there. And what is this? Oh my, we got break supply line and we got breakthrough. He's going for it. He's going for it. It's close to pocket time. There we go. Unleashing hell. Panther for down as well here, just to cause further disruption. Chaos in the south here. Is NosMarkov ready for this delivery of utter hell? And there you go. Just rockets, Stuka bombs going off. Looks like NosMarkov is a bit of shot. There we go. Comes her command squad, annihilate it. Units being shattered here. KV being caught up in it as well. Looks like something down south just vanished. There we go. Counter engineers vanishing like dew before the German sun. And with this, most of NosMarkov stuff is just melted away there. Close the pocket remains without doubt one of my most favourite abilities in the game. There we go. They're gone. It's a rarely useless ability, but it requires a good bit of setup. When you do make it pull off, that it can be absolutely amazing. It's not for trolling, it's for setting up good tactical pushes. And punishing your opponent for not protecting their cutoff points. Over that, NosMarkov is very much out of the fight here. As most of what he had, they just got completely and utterly annihilated. More stormtroopers out there for Borobadger. Apparently the previous score got wiped out. We got 85 to 35 with this. GG, game over. Not very often I get to cast a close the pocket match on in a 1 vs 1 match. When I do, I definitely take the chance there. So nice work there by Borobadger. NosMarkov times felt a bit too passive. Should have come into some more tanks. Should have thrown the first tank away their field as well there. But I also think he did well. He just underestimated his opponent. If you see Encirclement, always be wary about your cutoff points. That's one of the best advice. If you can deny them the cutoff points, generally the doctrine tends to work a lot less well. Fuel caster for example, grip, but also just keeping it guarded there is usually one of your better options. Just reconnecting it, like if you just reconnect it quickly, the ability will also just fizzle. So little few tips there. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this match. I'll learn some fun from it. If you did subscribe, like, share, comment, on, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.